But also, it's no one's making themselves publicly attached to her, so she might just be going solo. We don't know.
We don't know.
It's really sad that, again, it's almost wash, rinse, repeat.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, right, she could be going solo. You're still going to run out of all your money. I mean, I don't know how much there is, but eventually, if you're going to the Brando average, and that's the other thing, I don't think she has any concept of what is being spent.
None.
It's sad. And like, so what are her parents to do? I mean, it's over. I don't know.
It's not good, but let's stay with our music track.
Okay.
Because the biggest story is the Kim Taylor feud has reignited.
I'm kind of here for this.
I am too. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Both camps are so sophisticated and so controlled and so exacting on what comes out and when. Do we think that there was collusion? Because suddenly, not that Taylor needed any publicity, but it's really making people want to engage with the new album and start looking for Easter eggs. The other side of that is the Swifties and her fans do that regardless. Now, I love me some Taylor Swift.
You really do.
But I'm not a Swiftie. Like, I feel like I'm too old to be a Swiftie.
Are you, though? I think Swifties know no age, Melissa.
True, I wouldn't turn down a friendship bracelet from her. But I mean, I don't need them from like other people. But I could live with a Taylor Swift friendship bracelet.
You don't need it from like Blake Lively or like the extended.
No, I would really, if I was gonna wear one, I would want it to be from her.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. So, and the work ethic and the talent and the resilience, I mean, I get it. Plus, one of the most brilliant marketers ever versus the original brilliant image marketer, the Kardashians.
I was going to say Madonna.
True, but I feel like Madonna she was controlling, but the time was different.
Time was different. True.
It wasn't social media, it wasn't these things, and it wasn't where every photo, statement, emoji is thought out.
Yeah, and I don't know if people realize that, but you're right. Like, if these are the two, like Taylor controls everything, her team. Kardashians control everything. I mean, there's no interviewing the Kardashians. It's like the questions, they know every single question. And I'm not even knocking that. Could you imagine being so sought after for an interview? I mean, if my phone rang and it were like Kourtney Kardashian and they're like, here are the actual questions you need to read. You cannot ask one question besides this. I would say, where and when?
Yeah.
Like, treat me like a trained monkey. Yes. So, and once I did an interview with NPR, they wanted my expert opinion on, like, do the Kardashians control the media too much? And I was like, you know what? I am not going on NPR and speaking out against Kris Jenner because she scares me. No.
And Kris is brilliant. And like I've said before, and I've said it to you, both of these women have unbelievable work ethics.
Yes.
And being at E, if you think about it, you've never heard a bad story that they show up prepared, ready, work hard, do everything they need to do, are pleasant during it, no one's trashing hotel rooms, and then you hear the exact same things about Taylor. So you would think there would be some sort of friendship, but they're so vastly different.
Vastly different. I agree. I've even interviewed people like Kardashian adjacent. Yes, I've never heard anything other than they work, they show up early, they thank you, they leave. It's like, it is like a well-oiled machine. And same thing with Taylor.
But you have told me, which I was not aware of, but you track such
the song
important things, that the Kardashians are losing followers.
Kim, because I think it's really, there's that song, I forgot the name of the song.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Amy. And so the K is capitalized,
and the I and the M.
Well, that's pretty obvious there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, first of all, who's going to speak out against Kim Kardashian other than Taylor? Taylor, I mean, this is truly a battle of like the uber A-list. Kim Kardashian, at least in the beginning I read, I don't know how it leveled off, that she lost like 100,000 followers per day because the Swifties are not having it.
Don't with the Swifties. Everyone should know by now, you don't with the Swifties. because you were saying, and I missed this, the Swifties have suddenly come for Jimmy Kimmel.
Which, again, all the questions are pre-screened.
He was interviewing Kim.
And didn't ask about this new ignited feud with Taylor. And the Swifties are like, missed opportunity, you should have addressed this. And I mean, he couldn't. I mean, could you imagine getting that question in?
But I love the fact that the Swifties are now angry that someone didn't ask a question rather than somebody asking a question.
If he asked, they would be upset. And I'm not coming for the Swifties, but they would be upset that he was starting trouble and why are you attacking Taylor? It's you can't win.
You cannot win.
Could you imagine having a whole army that was that loyal to you?
Oh, God, wouldn't it be great?
Amazing.
I would love that. But it's interesting to me, and we used to get this all the time with my mom, when people would say, isn't so-and-so upset that you're making jokes about them? Now, my mom's two biggest for years were Cher and Elizabeth Taylor. Two women she knew. And
those are good ones.
Right. And here was the, and Cher got it and Elizabeth did also, which was for a comedian to make a joke about you, you have to be so famous that the entire public has a working knowledge of you and what you're about and what you do, that they can get the joke.
That's true.
So that's what makes me laugh. It's like Jimmy Kimmel was in a no-win situation because you could make a joke. You could do all these things. He chose not to, and it makes me go back to the whole Golden Globe things, which with Joe Coy, they did not get that he was giving her a compliment in the joke about, you know, she gets more viewers or whatever the joke was in the NFL than they will on the Golden Globes. And people, like, they were all incensed. But the truth is, he was giving her such a huge compliment. It was meant to be funny. I thought it was funny. And again, basing it off my mom's theory, which I agree with, everyone in the world knew what he was talking about and knew that she single-handedly upped viewership for the NFL. She brought in a million fans. So again, it goes back to, I really believe that, and I'm not saying, and it wasn't a mean joke, and she
wasn't having it though.
But she was not having it. And that bums me out. Because she's so big, you gotta also kind of be like, hey, I am in a great place right now.
And Kim, the Kardashians laugh at themselves.
Yes, the Kardashians take it.
One of the things on Kimmel, which I found was really funny, is Jimmy Kimmel was like, let's just talk about all these rumors about you online. And Kim sat there and she was like, yeah, it was literally true or not true. And the amount of ones that were true, like, do you know she walked Madonna's dogs back in the day, and Madonna paid her in jewelry. Her and Courtney would be like, oh, here's a ring, this pay you for this.
That's hilarious.
But it was really, but there were other rumors, and Kim was like, she's in on the joke. I think the Kardashians have a really good sense of humor.
They do.
As they should. Wouldn't you be happy?
Should.
I mean.
But, you know, this feud is really good for everybody.
It is. I never even thought of your cynical mind that could this be planned. Look, people do accuse Taylor of, I do think she plans, like, the more publicity, the better. I don't think this is planned, but I didn't even think of that. That it right when the album is coming out.
But you can't find a flaw.
No.
There is not
she works,
one misstep, and it is not like she's just having it all come to her. She grinds it out.
I mean, that tour and then flying back and seeing Travis.
Well, how about recording an album while you're on the tour?
I don't even know when you do that.
I don't know
Secretly
how your voice...
at night?
Also, I don't know how your voice holds out.
I don't know how your voice holds out.
But our girl Taylor, is having a moment of extreme happiness.
Listen, I mean, maybe there'll be an engagement.
Wouldn't that be great? See, I think if they're going to get engaged, they're going to wait until after the tour.
When is that? I honestly don't know. Soon, no?
Not soon, but I think before the end of the year. But he just signed a huge new contract.
With the NFL?
With the Chiefs, yes.
Same team?
Same team.
Okay. I don't know.
Huge. So, for me, a big moment was I got to meet Donna Kelsey in Vegas when I was there for QVC for their Q50 summit.
And?
Loved her. Now, I became such a stalkerer. I became
And there were other people there.
There were